Nvidia just dropped it. A teeny new model, call it Nemotron 3 Nano with 4 billion parameters. The AI model's getting better and better, and we are here to talk about the Nemotron family. Is it a new family of LLMs? No, it's 3 months ago it started with the first model. It was the 13 billion model from Nvidia that outperformed a lot of very strong LLMs at that time, like Qwen and GPT OSS 20 million parameters, and a lot of benchmarks showing that it always can be done better. But let's take a look on the small model that is released this day, the Nano, 4 billion parameters. This model is very, very interesting for us home lab users because it's very capable and can run on an 8 GB device, and it's designed to power real AI agents on our own hardware. So we can connect it easy with OpenClaw, and it can execute difficult tasks very fast on small devices. It can easily run on a Nvidia Jetson device. A lot of people have it running there 24 hours because it's low watt usage and is very, very powerful and a lot of cheaper than stronger devices. The most of them get 18 tokens per second on the Jetson, and that's enough for voice assistant, coding, and some users connected to control small robot systems. We should mention here that this version, the 4 billion, is a compressed version of the 9 billion parameters. Here we see a benchmark against Qwen, same parameters. It's a lot faster than the most benchmarks. And in other tests, we see it getting a very, very good score in Math 500. This is a test of math calculations. And there it gets 95.4. It's unbelievable for a 4 billion model. This opens a lot of opportunities for us to make calculations local on our device or with our agents. I tried this with OpenClaw to make some calculations on an Excel, and this was a lot faster than with other models that I use, like Gemma or Qwen. Nemotron is designed to work with agents, so it's prepared for that and will work more efficient with agents like OpenClaw. And the architecture helps too. It don't uses the standard transformers, but it relies on the Mamba architecture. So it can use very, very longer context than the usual models can, and with less memory. And that makes this model very, very efficient to run on small hardware with long contexts. And with our bots, we need long contexts so that they can function better because they remember all the history and do exactly what we want to do. And here we have a perfect example that happened some days ago that a user uploaded. The user was trying OpenClaw to checking and organizing his mails. And in the contents, he has written, please confirm every time you must delete something. And the context was getting larger and larger, and the agent forgot about the confirmation. So it started deleting all his mails, and the user tried to stop the agent from continuing. And of course it lost some of the mails that he had. Okay, let's see some comparisons side by side with the Gemma model. In little math tests, some calculations of CSV files, and how each model will handle it. And if you already know that this model from Nvidia, the Nemotron, shines in calculations and math. Okay, both models start at the same time. We have the thinking option in the Nemotron 2. We're going to see the same action after that with the think option. There it has very, very good results. It really exceeds the most models with the thinking mode enabled, so you can use it. Gemma is a very good all-rounder model. I use it very, very often in my agents and N8N. It's very good for all tasks. But if you want a model that is more specialized to calculations and some other actions, then Nemotron is unbeatable. So you can have an agent that uses Nemotron and another agent that uses Gemma for content or finding details from you on other websites and making some research. So the Gemma model is the model to go. Okay, Nemotron finish it very fast. It don't go too much to the details here, and at the end we see the speed is the same with Gemma, around 7 tokens per second on this machine, but Gemma goes to more details. And now I start here the same test with the thinking mode enabled, and there he goes in very, very much more detail. So thinking mode is enabled, and the model already is processing the prompt. Here we see how he thinks. It's collecting all this data and tells all the steps that it will take in action to answer. Okay, it's preparing everything, and then after the model has done his homework, it can answer with much more details and much better than before. And this is very important for difficult actions that need calculations and coding or everything that has to do with math. It creates a JSON structure, and like we said, this model has agent tools, so it's the best way to use it with agents, because it's designed to do that. Okay, writing other functions. You must be a little patient here, but the results are better than in bigger models. This model comes from the Nemotron 9 billion, like we said, a little compressed, and it beats easy, stronger models in calculations. Here he already answers after a little thinking time, and now the answer is much better. He needed 1 minute and 49 seconds for his thinking, so he had all the data ready, and now the answer is much better. If we run it locally, we don't care about it, how much it takes, 1-2 minutes. If our results are much better, then it's good to use the thinking mode. I use it in more in calculations, and the results are better than every other model, the other 4 billion model that I have, and I'm testing a lot. So well done from Nvidia. It gives us a model that is small, can run in small devices, and has a lot of potential to counter bigger models. And the most important is that Nvidia don't lock at this model to use only with his processors. It can run for everyone and everywhere. So I don't want to make this video too long, just a table that compares two other models on the 4 billion segment. First we have the Nemotron, then we have the Gemma model that we already talked about, and Qwen, that is very capable in math too. And like we said, Nemotron beats this version of Qwen. Of course, the models evolve, and I'm sure that we see a better Qwen model quite soon. Here we see the architecture. We have the Mamba architecture in the Nemotron that uses more context and is very, very fast in slower machines. The other models have the usual transformer architecture that is slower. Okay, and the total parameters it's in Nemotron are 31.6 billion, but it can only active use 3.2 and maximum 3.6 active parameters. This is an option that other models use too, and it gives more power to the model, loading some of the parameters at the same time active, so it exceeds and is more powerful, and we saw this in the month and the other benchmarks how Nemotron really did and exceed other models in 4 billion. And it has the primary strength here is that he has already built in agentic tool usage and the long context because of its architecture. So here we can have here max context of 1 million tokens, compared to a much smaller context of Gemma and Qwen. Gemma and Qwen shines in other things like image creation that Gemma has. Nemotron doesn't have that option. We already trying Nemoclo, maybe a video will follow about it. It was introduced at the same time with this small one for 1 billion model. If you want to see more, because we are doing a lot of tests with everything new that comes out, just subscribe and follow. Stay tuned.